see a couple of spacecraft that we've partnered with JPL and that were built here at Lockheed Martin. They've actually provided a lot of great insight into the weather on Mars, any dust storms that are potentially happening on Mars. And as of today, and actually the last couple of weeks, it's been great on the surface of Mars. We're anticipating a very nominal, very seasonal weather in terms of both density, atmosphere, as well as temperature, and dust storms appear to be very benign. So we're very optimistic it's going to be a great day for landing on the surface of Mars.
All right. That's great news. Thanks, Tim, and I know your team is getting excited over there just as much as we are. Take care.
Absolutely. Yeah, thanks a lot. Okay.
The time now is 11:21. It's about 20 minutes. The tension is building in both control rooms. It's about 20 minutes before cruise stage separation. It's not too far off. Cruise stage separation is expected at about 40 minutes past the hour, so we are indeed getting close. So where is InSight going to Mars? It's a place called Elysium Planitia. Planitia is Latin for flat. Elysium is ancient Greek for afterlife paradise. It's located near the equator, north of Gale Crater, not too far from Curiosity rover. The team calls it the biggest parking lot on Mars. It's a place that's safe, got plenty of sun. Sunshine that will power solar instruments to study the interior of Mars.
What's inside Mars? We know a lot about what's inside Earth. But at Mars, we've only just scratched the surface. To learn how Mars formed, we have to study its deep interior. NASA's InSight lander was designed to do just that, by taking the planet's vital signs. Listening for its pulse or seismic activity, including any Marsquakes. Taking its temperature to see how much heat is flowing out from deep inside. And checking its reflexes to see how much the planet wobbles as it whips around the sun. These all provide clues to what the planet is really like inside. So what's inside Mars? InSight can help us find out by giving Mars its first thorough checkup since it formed 4.5 billion years ago. The more we learn, the better we'll understand all the rocky planets and the history of our solar system.
Joining us now is Bruce Bennard, the principal investigator of Mars InSight. InSight is a mission to Mars, but we keep hearing again and again it's more than a mission to Mars.
That's right, Gay. I mean, we're going to Mars, obviously, to study the Martian interior and to map out the divisions inside Mars, but we want to use that information to understand more about the solar system as a whole and how rocky planets form.
And rocky planets, we have an image to show folks. So we're talking about Earth, the Moon, Mars.
Mercury, Venus, yes, the planets of the inner solar system that are made mostly of rocks. And they all share the same basic structure with a dense iron core, a rocky mantle, and then a crust of lighter silicate rocks. But the very details of the thicknesses of those layers, the sizes, and the compositions give us a lot of clues as to how those planets form and why they went down very different paths into the different planets we see today.
So explain to me, we are going to have a lander, you're going to be on the surface. How will you be able to study the interior?
Well, we use what are called geophysical instruments. They use the principles of physics to actually see through the rocks. I mean, we're using